Hi, once again, I'm talking about secondary characters in the Hernandez series. Today, I'm going to talk about Maria Hernandez. So, who's Maria? Maria is George Hernandez. Didn't say his name right. George Hernandez's daughter. There, I got it out. And she is, in the books, she starts off, and I think The Devil's Smooth Like Honey, she kind of comes into it a little bit there, and then she's consistently in all the books after. Kind of see her grow up a little bit. She starts out, I think she's 10. The book I just published, she's about to turn 13, so she's been around a little bit. And we got to learn a lot about her. She's a very strong character, like her father. She's very determined. She has kind of a stage where she wants to get into the acting world or the music world. She wants to be famous. That's very important to her. And much to George Hernandez, he's not crazy about it. He's not crazy about it. He thinks the whole famous, celebrity world is ridiculous, and he has no respect for it, and he doesn't want his daughter getting into it. He thinks they're vultures, and he doesn't like the idea of her kind of being under a microscope, all that stuff. He has a lot of worries, like I think a lot of parents would, and he just wants his daughter to go to university and do, some kind of profession that kind of doesn't require her being in front of the camera all the time. Anyway, it makes him uncomfortable. But that aside, she really wants to get into acting for a while, and then it's music, and then she kind of jumps around. There's different things that interest her. But, she's very determined. She's very determined. She's very strong. She is somebody who sticks up for herself. She finds herself in situations quite often where other kids are trying to bully her. That's something pretty much from the get-go, and she tries to defend herself, but she always kind of gets in trouble because she takes a little too far. Not unlike her father, not quite that far. She's not quite that bad. But, one of the first things we see about her, and I think it was The Devil's Smooth Like Honey, she takes a knife to school because the kids are picking on her all the time. Now, this was when she was still in Mexico, and a lot of the kids there were familiar with her father's reputation, unofficially. And so she takes a knife to school, she gets caught, she gets in trouble, she's angry, she's saying, these kids are always picking on me and hurting me and pushing me and all this, and I can't even defend myself. What am I supposed to do? And which kind of brings up that whole topic. When kids are being bullied, teachers aren't doing anything because they usually aren't. Parents can't do anything, even though they try. What is a kid supposed to do to defend themselves? Not to say they should take a knife to school, but, realistically, it just seems like you're kind of locked in. What do? You go to the teacher, nothing happens. You go to your parents, nothing happens. And then you try to fight back, and then you get in trouble for fighting back. And this is the situation she finds herself in a lot. She's now in the last book that I wrote that's just came out, The Devil and His Legacy. She's taken self-defense. Well, that's good, because she definitely needs to defend herself. She has a lot of situations where other kids are giving her a lot of trouble. Now, and she talks about that in this book a little bit more. We start to learn how much this is happening and kind of the mean things kids are saying, and it's concerning. It's concerning, and I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I think it's going to keep coming up in the books. So, yeah. So that's kind of Maria's story. Her mother was a Mexican lady George Hernandez got involved with when he was younger. He had no intention of keeping her around. She gets pregnant. He decides to keep her around because of his child. He unfortunately learns that she is not a very good mother when he's away, which he's away a lot. And then he tries to shuffle her out of the picture. I'll get into that. That's a spoiler thing. I can't talk about that. So anyway, she considers Paige more of a mother anyway. Her real mother was probably not the best. She had an addiction problem. It's a whole messy situation. But she considers all of George's close associates to be like her family. And they really do take care of her. If something happens, they are there. And the first and top one that she usually goes to or turns to is Chase Jacobs. She's a kid, but she has a huge crush on Chase, and she always has. I'm sorry, I'm blabbering on. From the first book where they were both met in The Devil Smelled Like Honey. She has a little crush on him. And that bothers George because it continues through the years. She doesn't let it go. And he's uncomfortable with that because nothing's going to happen. Chase is not going to do anything wrong. I mean, he's a good guy, but at the same time, it makes him uncomfortable that his daughter has a crush on anyone, let alone one of his associates. But Chase is younger, so it makes sense. She thinks he's cute, whatever. That's fine. But he really has the power in a situation where maybe George doesn't, if she's in danger or if she's not telling him everything. George sometimes gets Chase involved because she will tell him anything and she really trusts him, and it's very cute. It's actually cute because he really is there for her, and it's nice. Anyway, I'm rambling now. But Maria, very strong, determined young lady, and she's going to be even more so as she gets older. I really enjoy writing about her. I could see eventually, when the series kind of slows down, having a book or a series of books where she's involved, maybe, and her brother. We'll see. It's possible. Anyway, guys, to learn more about these books, series, go to mimaandfire.com. I have information on the series. If you check out more videos, I talk about other characters, secondary characters, strong, more prominent characters. Anything you want to know about my books tend to be there somewhere. And also I have a blogger account if you prefer to read than watch videos. It's totally up to you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.